Hello and welcome back to Anime in UK. I'm your host, Timothy Lunn.
And I'm your co-host, Rebecca.
Yes, and it is absolutely wonderful to be back. We have been in the absolute sun of tokonatsu, and there's no sarcasm in my voice. And I'm just here to say this is the Anime in UK podcast, giving you a UK look at the world of anime. Of course, if you have found this channel and you look like you're going to enjoy it, you enjoy British people talking about anime, could you please give us a subscribe, maybe give us a like, and of course answer our question of the day, which is what anime con are you going to next? As we went to our first anime con of the year, I thought that would be a sensible question. So what anime con you personally going to next? Right, before we start, we actually got some really good news, and I actually must congratulate my co-host. I believe you have some wonderful news to share with us all.
I came second place in Tokonatsu Masquerade.
Yes, as I said Rebecca finished second in a cosplay contest. I believe this is technically the second time you've won a cosplay award. You won your first one at MianiCon before this whole pandemic started, didn't you?
Yeah.
Of course, the MianiCon Masquerade is more done on what you do on the stage. It's not as a costume based. It's a more fun one. But of course, Rebecca actually had been entering these things for years, and of course, she's actually like she did her thing at MianiCon, and of course, I guess once Rebecca was in her stride, unfortunately, we've hit this pandemic, and she's gone back in, and she did absolutely fantastically. So, how do you feel about your second place, your silver?
I'm British. I'm not used to winning things.
I know. This is a funny story. Because they actually announced the announcements at the end of Tokyo, and we'd actually gone. We actually took the early train home, so we didn't get home late. And like literally, we'd gotten so far that literally me and Rebecca had gone. Like I'd gone my separate way on my train, and Rebecca had to go and take a longer train. And I think you're on the tube when the messages started coming through. I was just
No,
like,
it was at Victoria Station. I was
oh,
getting
you.
myself a Starbucks, and
I was
I got
wondering.
about God knows how many pings.
Oh God, were you just like, oh, who died? Who died? You were just like, oh God, is that news that everyone's talking about that I don't want to hear about because it's disgusting and I don't want to mention.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
And you're like, yeah, I've heard about it. But trust me, I've got so many things about that other thing as well. But yeah, back on the thing.
I've got all these Facebook pings.
So you're your Facebook pings. And yeah, no, I was like, everyone's picking me as well. I'm like, Rebecca came second, well done, well done. And I was messaging going, Rebecca, you came second, Rebecca. I'm like, she's on the tube. I just had this idea of you on the tube. I'm just like, I just felt so sorry. Like, everyone knows before Rebecca, who actually the news, like, actually thingies. So, yeah, we will actually talk about Toko and Rebecca coming second. That's our main feature today. Will be talking about Toko. But first, we must look at what is coming out in the UK this week. Ooh, new releases.
We got quite a bit actually. Even though you talked about one of them last week.
Yeah, I kind of fanboyed about one of them last week, and I was so confident I actually didn't put the list up, so I'm actually having to go and find the list now.
I've already got it up already.
Well, you can start with it. You got the list, so you can start, and I will join in.
Right, from the 2nd of August, you can now get from Anime Limited Collector's Edition Blu-ray of the Future Diary Complete Collection.
I've actually never seen that anime, to tell you the truth. It looks like something I'd actually quite enjoy. So maybe next time. Unfortunately, Anime Limited weren't at Toko. They were at the Toko before. I was hoping they were, but as they do have to come down from Scotland, I had a feeling they may not want to risk the trip of getting pinged and everything. And I'm not sure how easy it is to get to England from Scotland right now.
It's quite easy.
Oh, it's quite easy. You just drive through. Did they knock the wall down? Did the Romans knock the wall down?
No, but it's like when I went over to Scotland the other month, nothing really had.
There's no like border. There's no.
No.
You don't have to. Excellent.
There's no hard border.
Yeah, we actually may be talking about Scotland. We may be talking about our potential trip to Scotland later. So we got the Future Diaries Complete Collection. That's an anime.
That was quite big quite a few years ago.
Yeah,
So
it
we wanted to
was.
cosplay,
I think
because
I still see cosplays of her. She still, stayed in the pub. I guess the series decent if people still want to cosplay as her. Right. So what else do we have, Rebecca?
Robotech Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans Part 2 from Anime Limited on Blu-ray.
Seems to be a lot of Anime Limited, of course. Anime Limited and the Gundam. They have the Gundam people have have a really good relationship. They've had panels. I think they've brought people some ways over before. I've known some of them actually have had meals with actual the creator of Gundam once. He actually told he was telling us about that at one point. Remember, he told us a very funny story about that. Yeah, I remember starting Iron Blood Orphans. It actually looks good, but I never finished it.
The same writer trying to marry Okada wrote Iron Blooded Orphans. Trying to think what else she's written.
She probably wrote something else I liked.
Yeah, but like she's written stuff that I've liked.
Cool. Right, so what else? Isn't this the one we talked about last time? The one
Of course.
I may actually pick up. You hackers.
Yeah, you've already spoken about that.
I've already fanboy about that one. This is kind of what we want to see from you, Funimation UK. Maybe releasing your back library that you may never got a release over here. If you're listening, Funimation UK, please release that sort of thing. Right, what is the next one? Because I cannot pronounce that.
Gleipnir? I've heard the main female MC in this is really she's aggressive in that way.
Okay. I have no idea what it is. I'm an anime boomer. It probably passed me by. Probably sitting there with my little walking stick, yelling at clouds.
Like some of the characters look like they've been playing too much Five Nights at Freddy's.
Actually, I'm gonna have a little sneaky peek at this. I'll tell you how much research I do for this. I'm literally having to look up this series to see what it actually looks like. Here we go. I may have actually seen it. Maybe one of those things. Oh, I remember turning on Japanese TV once and this was on. It actually looked decent. I actually may give this a watch. Okay. So I found something I put on my watch list. And technically there's one more release, but they listed it twice because there's a collector's edition and a normal edition.
But furry, I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max up my defense. It's about a little shield girl.
Isn't that the female shield hero meme?
Yeah.
They go like when they're like, oh wow, they're making jokes about shield hero, and they're like, yeah, I've not seen it. It's just something I want to watch. Is it any good, or have you not seen it?
I've heard my friends think it's good.
Yeah. As you may know, me and Rebecca, especially if you see Rebecca's cosplay that I think I've probably already shown some photos of, you actually know we're humongous Shield Hero fans. Like we adore Shield Hero. Like we buy the merchandise. We show up.
I got the Raftalium Nendroid. I'm waiting for Bing to pay off a little Raftalia figure.
Yeah. As I said, I absolutely adore Shield Hero. Shield Hero is like everything Sword Art Online. Wishes it
was.
I'm a big Sword Art. There's so many photos of me coming out now, like just as Kirito and stuff. And,
yeah, we're about to just prove someone wrong.
Yeah, and I like that show, but oh my god, I love Shield Heroes. So actually, I hope you'll be able to give this this other show a go.
Has there popped up Nizukai Quartet as well?
Shield Hero. Yes.
No. Boffery.
I haven't watched all the season 2. I was annoyed with the lack of Shield Hero. I remember I put this season 2 trailer in my commercial panel, and just my one response to that commercial was needs more Shield Hero.
the movies coming out next year, so maybe then.
Is that what are they going to do in a Kai Cortex motion picture? Not
school trip.
Oh, school trip.
Imagine school trip.
Right, just go, hey, look, these Shield Hero characters are just in the background somewhere. not doing stuff. No, it's funny because when they superhero characters normally show up, they have some of the best lines. Like wasn't it what was it? The one they have in the was it the dodgeball battle?
Yeah.
And it wasn't it over. Oh, it's over who likes
Fried chicken.
fried chicken, and it's like. He's on one side with Philo, and he's just like, "Where's Natalia?" And she's on the other side, and she's just like, "I'm sorry, master, but I'm just too biggy to this one course." And then he's like, "Oh, it's okay, Natalia. I can respect your decision." And she's like, "Ah!" It's just like he's just so nice. Oh, and it's like when they go when they do doing the physical exam, and he's like, "I'm the responsible one, so I'll be the one conducted everything." I was just like, I just wish he was in the show more. That's just my one complaint. So every time he's like the perfect straight man. That show just needs more of a straight man. Right. So we actually have some more Funimation today, or Funimation UK, I should say, have been announcing more releases of stuff that they're going to release. Like they're sort of their
technical releases, because stuff gets quite often bumped with them.
Yep. I'm just going to, because I realise I'm really, really prepared for this panel. I think I sent you the list.
Yeah.
You have the list up?
I'll go get it up right now, but there's a couple of things, there's some things that have caught my eye.
Yeah, it's just interesting because this is, as I said, Funimation. I think today they actually renamed another page from like Manga UK, their Facebook from Manga UK to, I think that's one of the last things. So it's like today, technically, I guess was the death of Manga UK. Very sad to see. So on to I'm actually looking at the new releases now. I guess the big new release that Funimation UK have announced. I'm not a big fan of this franchise. I think it's a bit before my time, but I know a lot of people. It's so big that it actually had its own convention over here before. Is a 4K release of Transformers the movie. This has a really lovely looking release. So I'm guessing because I'm pretty sure manga never released Transformers before. So I'm guessing somehow.
But manga in the later years did these sort of nostalgia stuff like Pokemon, Digimon,
Of course, anime, they released the Power Rangers series, which had never had a full UK release, or the older seasons. Like I think like the more recent seasons have had DVD releases, but they had a proper like full season box set. Where before you got like the crappy 2 episodes from the most recent season. Some of the new recent Power Rangers seasons actually are good. What one caught your eye? I should say. What one were you looking at?
There's a series called Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, which was really popular at sort of last year.
Yes, I remember that being on Animax Philippines. I don't think I actually ever caught any of it. I remember them just promoting the heck out of it.
It's got a very charming art style, and it's like based on like a Japanese yokai thing.
Yes, of course, yokai are Japanese ghosts. There was a franchise recently called Yokai Watch that for a very short period was literally outranking Pokemon. And I think when its first movie came out in the cinema, it actually outsold Star Wars Episode 7 that week. And I think it was the only movie in the world to beat Star Wars Episode 7 at its local box office. So, yes, that does actually look like a really good series. It looks like something I will hopefully pick up. I think Funimation now has it on streaming, so I may actually have a little look into that.
Yeah, it was really popular, but of course, I mean, like if the Roni hadn't hit, we'd be seeing a lot more cosplays of that.
Yeah, I think I could see something like that. Lots of cosplayers coming from it. Is there anything else that caught your eye, Rebecca?
Let me just get it back up.
Should I go through the rest? So we've got Yo-Yo Hakuro, though season 2. Of course, I was talking about season 1, so that's been. Well, you'd hope it's not like that Buddy Inuyasha release back in like 2007. Some company somehow got the rights to it, and I think they tried to do the literally just when the Naruto release had just come out, the sort of 13 episode, and I think some other company saw how popular that was, quickly bought the rights to Inuyasha because they're like, oh, that's another like long running shown series. Released volume 1 like as a 12 episode, like, and never released any more parts. And I think it's only till recently that someone else has announced I think Anime Limited, I think it was, have just literally released volume 1 again. So we actually may. That's probably going to be one of the longest waits of volume 2. There's probably some poor kid somewhere who doesn't have the internet. Some parents of his bought him Inuyasha volume 1 who was waiting for that second volume all these years.
Yeah. Inuyasha is one of those series that's got quite long-lasting appeal. It's something I've always wanted to like get into.
It's very long. It's very long. That's all I'll say about it. I've tried one of those things I've tried many times. I think if I saw it at the right time, I'd really be into it. But I've heard its problems. If you like the series, like I can understand why people are nostalgic as heck for you. I think you have to enter it with the right frame of mind.
When I was a wee weeb, on like certain forums, I was like, Inuyasha the best.
Yeah, everyone, it was quite popular. Oh, bloody hell, there's another Tenchi Muro series.
Yeah, there is.
It's like, how many Tenchi Muro series can we release? I keep forgetting that's still going, Tenchi Muro. Of course, they've announced a Blu-ray release of Robotech Part 1, Marquas Saga. For those of you who do not know about Robotech, is essentially it was an 80s anime series that was very popular at the time, because one of my car boot friends actually keeps talking about it. And what they actually did is they actually grabbed 3 different anime and sort of squished them together to make one narrative. Of course, this is the Marquas Saga that is actually based upon the original Marquas. And this is the reason why we've never got an official release of any of the Marquases afterwards, except for Marquas Plus. That got a release in English, but all the other, like Marquas Frontier, Marquas Delta, Marquas 7, have unfortunately never been released in English because of this franchise. But recently they've announced that there's like now a sort of split partnership and that they are finally allowed to release the other Marquas series. So hopefully Funimation will be releasing them.
Well, yeah.
We hope. We hope.
How popular?
Yeah, Frontier is still popular.
Frontier people still cosplay today, I think.
Yeah, I really want to see 7 actually. I mean, I've seen parts of. I think I've seen all of Delta, and I've seen.
I just remember that time when like we're saying like.
Yeah.
We were at a quiz once, and Delta was there. Like, oh, that's Delta. It's like
yeah.
Someone then said, "Oh, have you seen some Delta?" And he said it was a bit meh.
Yeah. I actually personally, I think compared to Frontier, it's a bit meh. But I really want to see 7. 7 just looks awesome. I've heard from all the old heads at MianiCon, they always, I think most of them have said Marquas 7 is like their favourite anime of all time, and I just kind of want to see what all the hype is about. And it just looks like one of those shows that I'd probably really enjoy. It looks really silly, but it's still one of those shows I look like it's just going to be a really fun time. Of course, we got Black Clover.
Yeah,
that's still. That's big.
Yeah.
That's big in France. Literally, all the French reaps love. When I last was there, they're like all cosplaying Black Clover. France is weird. France really loves their shown series. The French absolutely go nuts for it. Yeah. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool actually to see lots of cosplayers from the less popular shown series.
Yeah, it's like that's like the only time I saw an Iconov cosplayer from One Piece.
Yeah.
And probably when we go back next year, I might have a One Piece cosplay.
Yes. I guess that's a mini announcement there. Anime in UK will hopefully be appearing at Japan Expo, and when I say appearing, we're going on our own fuel. Japan Expo has not asked us to go, but
we're not that popular
we're not that popular yet. We're not trash taste. But yeah, no, we said me and Rebecca will be going, hopefully covering the con. I'm looking forward to that one. As I said, you noticed our first ever vlog went up today. We're hoping to do way more than I had a lot of fun editing that one. Right, and the last release, because the other release is just the Transformers movie again, is Goblin Slayer. which I've never
The
seen.
movie.
The movie, which
Nor have I.
I've never seen. Me being my anime boomer, just letting the world slide me by. Not being cool, not being cool.
Well, I don't think anyone watched Goblin Slayer past the first episode anyway.
Yeah, I know people watch Goblin Slayer. I have a co-worker who watched it. He gets those. Because then watch Goblin Slayer. Oh, are you excited for the new season of Goblin? This is what it's like at work. See, the place I work, it's like we legit have anime discussions in the mess room, and they're like stuff like, Tim, when's the Demon Slayer movie coming out? Tim, when's the second season of this? Tim, did you hear the second season of Shield Hero is delayed? It is shocking how much anime talk happens in that mess room.
It's anime talk in our mess room. The only time we only had someone talk about anime is only about Sword Art Online. It's just like, you've got fucking shit taste.
Hey, I like Sword Art Online, even though I criticise it at the start of this episode. I still like it, okay? It's okay to like Sword. It's okay to like it. I can like
I like Gun Girl. Gun Girl Alternative is good.
That's the one I've never seen. I've never seen Gun Girl Alternative.
I like that show.
You like that show? Well, maybe you have a trash. No, that's the thing. So yeah, no, it's interesting to see what Funimation UK is bringing. Hopefully more. Hopefully we will see more of them at MCM London, which we're also going to. Of course, they sold out weekend tickets already, so we're having to buy individual day tickets. Thanks a lot.
But that works up.
Yeah.
That works at the time for us because I don't think we're doing Friday.
I think I'm popping in Friday. At the moment, it looks like I'm having to work the first half of the day. But after work, I'll probably pop in. Probably look around a few stalls. There is a load of people I want to say hello to. And it's one of those things I don't... There's some people just going to be there Friday, so I want to say hello to them. So
yeah, I'll see what work's going to be like before I make my decision.
I think Saturday, Sunday we're going.
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, so...
We need to decide what we're going to cosplay.
At the moment, I'm trying to convince her to cosplay DW and Arthur. But I don't know how successful I just in tribute to our fallen comrade Arthur. We're just like, that'd be a fun cosplay group to do. People will recognise it. People will laugh. People will take photos.
But how can I get DW's most famous memes in real life cosplay form? I could just be savage.
Just be savage.
Oh,
come on, Rebecca. If you cosplay DW, you can just be the most savage character ever.
Isn't that just me all the time?
Yeah, but you can get away with it because people are, she's cosplaying DW. She's just been savage.
Don't I do that all the time?
Yeah. I think you'll be a perfect DW cosplayer. Just everyone in the comments just comment now like Rebecca, perfect DW cosplayer. Come on, guys. Make this happen. We need Arthur cosplay in our life. Come on, make this happen. Make this happen. Right, talking about MCM because we should hopefully see our good friends Anime Limited, and they won't stand us up like they did at Tokonatsu. They made an announcement this week, haven't they, Rebecca?
Oh yeah. We've got dates with Scotland Loves Anime this year.
Yeah, and I'm working most of them.
Aww.
But I think there is a 2-day spell where I am off. So if they're showing something good that night, who knows? I may jump myself on that Caledonian steeper train and make my way over there. I really want to see Scotland. I've never been to Scotland. Big regret. Actually, my great-grandfather came from Scotland, so I think it's been an overdue trip. And it'll be nice to see some anime movies on top.
It is, and I went to Edinburgh into June.
Yes.
Nice place.
As I said, we have, well, I do know, I have talking to a lot of the Anime Limited Dash, all the anime boys, the apps, boys and girls. I mean, there's a few girls in there. They're all absolutely really friendly people. It really would be lovely to go up to Scotland to support their event. I know they've been running it for years. As I said, I really wish they could run one nearer to me. But hopefully this year, maybe I'll finally make an appearance at it, which I'm looking forward to. So what films have they haven't announced any films yet?
No.
I have.
Any things you're wanting to see?
We know Belle. I am 99% sure they're going to show Belle. I can't see them not showing Belle. I'm trying to think what's coming out. They do tend. I will say this one thing. They do actually tend to show the films they've already released this year. So don't be
No,
surprised.
probably
Violet
only surprised.
Evergarden will get another release.
Josie Tiger and the Fish.
Tiger and the Fish will probably be there somewhere.
Was Bubble Up Like Soda the Pop may make an appearance?
Yeah. I actually can see the Transformers movie making an appearance because as it's a 4K version. And I think they do actually show... In the past, they showed movies from other distributors. Like, I know they showed One Piece, even though Anime Limited... Even though I think they run it, they do get... Manga does put...
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Mugen Train again. And maybe it's the one I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
Hoping we're going to get a new My Hero Academia movie. I don't think...
I could see that potentially happening. I don't know how the release on that's going. I was just thinking, is there a new One Piece movie? There's no... Ooh!
Not yet. It's been teased.
It's been teased. But... I think it may be a little bit too early for Dragon Ball Superhero. So what are the dates? I actually should... Because people are going to be sitting here saying, what are the dates? What are the actual dates, Rebecca?
All right.
Have you got the dates, or am I going to have to find thriller content? Good, so how working. Oh, okay. Why Rebecca's finding that content? I've put other predictions. So I say I'm pretty sure Belle. As I said, these aren't confirmations. These are stuff I'm predicting. Trying to think what new things are coming out. Said Violet Evergarden. I've already said Violet Evergarden movie, which was amazing, by the way. I'll do a more full review on that when that actually comes out. I do really want to talk about the movie. Oh, awesome.
Got it up.
Yeah.
Glasgow.
Yeah.
1st to the 3rd of October 2021.
Yeah.
Edinburgh. 11th to the 17th of October 2021.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's all for now.
That's all for now.
I would like to go back to Edinburgh at some point. It's a nice place.
As I said, I'm looking through films that have come out. Gintama, the final.
Don't think so.
Evangelion 3+2. One that's getting a streaming release. So
I don't think Amazon would actually let. I
don't think Amazon will be up for this. We've got none of the other They're showing the Detective Conan movie. That'd be awesome, but I don't think that's going to happen.
What about that Lupin the Third movie?
Oh, they'll probably show that Lupin that actually did get a very limited release over here. Yuri on Ice, the movie, apparently is coming out.
No,
I think that.
That's still in production hell.
That was in production hell.
I don't. Well, it was announced 3 years ago.
Sailor Moon Eternal Parts 1 and 2. I could potentially.
Don't think so, because I think they're on Netflix. So I don't.
Oh, is that another Netflix? There must be a really out of date list.
Yeah.
Particularly that this list. I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm looking forward to it. No matter what.
You just want to see Belle, don't you?
Really, come on, that film looks absolutely amazing. That I'm a humongous sucker for Beauty and the Beast, the original animated film. I think that film is so. I to this day refuse to watch the live action version because I like if I put Belle in. It literally comes up just with Belle from the original animated film. I think that movie is really important. I know there's a YouTube video. I've not watched it yet. That just goes on about how important that movie is. And as an animation buff, you don't realize how important that movie is to animation. So I really actually I know it's not a full take on Beauty and the Beast. I think it just uses elements and stuff of it. But I'm still really damn excited to see what they do with it. This is the sort of project is like live action Beauty and the Beast. I'm like, bah. It's like really interesting anime take on the story that will take elements from it, but also
I just hope it's that director's your name.
Yeah.
That's one? The director for Belle.
Belle. It's no, he's the one who did Girl Let Through Time.
No, I hope it's his equivalent.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's his. I hope so. Well, he actually already got an Oscar nomination, so he's got that over the Your Name team. He actually got an Oscar nomination.
Yeah.
They actually notice him. He's the first Ghibli person to, because I know he started out like
non-Ghibli.
Yeah, him and Ghibli are literally the only people. He's the only he started out like making One Piece movies. He was like making movies
Yeah.
for like like things. It's really nice. Oh, and the Digimon. He made some of the early Digimon movies, and I think he even directed. He directs one of the best episodes in season 1, the one where Tai goes back to the real world for the first time. And even as a kid, I remember that episode being like, wow, this episode's really well animated compared to and really well written compared to even though I do love Digimon season 1, to the rest of the series. This episode is just like so amazing. Even though next to nothing happens, it's just everything's so well animated, everything's so well. But yeah, so yeah, I'm really, really damn looking forward to that. Really, really. Right. There anything else you want to say about Scotland Loves Anime, or shall we go on to our main subject that I know you really want to talk about?
I think it's time.
It's time. You
One
want
and a
it.
half years.
We have waited. We had waited 1.5 years. We were literally at the last anime convention to run. Literally, as I said, the world was falling apart around us, and we were at an anime convention.
Think about those post-con blues and the world's ended.
Yeah, literally, you went to post-con blues. It was like, actually, no, it's end of the world blues now. Fuck. And yeah, literally, we went to the first big real anime convention to happen in the United Kingdom since the pandemic, since March 2020. Tokonatsu, the camping con. So shall we start, Rebecca? I think that's the most sensible place to start. So I think we got a 2-day ticket, so it meant unfortunately we could not enter the site on Friday. So what I did, because I was a doofus and I didn't book 2 nights hotel because I literally thought I was the only one going. I ended up.
I was a last minute addition. I pretty much booked at the start of July to go to Tokyo.
Yeah, Rebecca was a bit like, I don't know. I think I was originally planning. I thought Chris may have originally come, and he didn't want to go in the end. So yeah, literally. Or I mean, no, that was it. He couldn't go because he had work. But I sort of booked it thinking, Chris may want to come, so that's why I booked it one night. So literally, we got on the train. We actually managed to catch the same train. We didn't plan it. We were on the same train. So we have to stay in the town next to it because all the hotels near Tokyo would fill up on the Friday night. And as you could have seen in the vlog, we just find this absolutely amazing chicken place called Chicken George Jr. And it was so good. I know this is an anime. We just must talk about this chicken place. Oh my god, if you watch the videos, you'll see how big the pieces of fried chicken are when you see it, and it was absolutely, and the chicken was good. I mean, sometimes you can go to a place and it's like, we got the biggest chicken, and the chicken. No, it was like, I've had proper fried chicken in America. It was that good.
Yeah.
And they're also just giving us free chicken because
those Thai wings. They won a prize at the Best Wing Awards in London the other week.
That's probably why they're giving everyone was giving them, because they were like wanted to show them off to everyone. I actually didn't get to try the Thai wings because I was so damn full from my chicken, and I ordered the barbecue wings as well, and they were awesome.
But you don't like Thai food, Tim.
I'm not the biggest fan of Thai food, but I probably would have given them a go. I'll show you how hungry I was. Ever since post-pandemic, I've been very much like, I've been trying food I've not tried, trying experiences I've not tried before the pandemic.
Like the ramen.
Yeah, as I said, kind of the pandemic kind of puts things into your life, thoughts into your head, and you're just like, I'm gonna live my life a little bit more adventurously.
There's there's something there's like a manga panel that just like describes how I am going to be post-pandemic.
Yeah.
A bit like I'm going to live my day like it's the last.
Yeah, I think that's very good for you. I'm a little bit like, that's why one of the reasons I started this podcast. That's one of the reasons I started vlogging. I want to capture everything. I want to live my best life now. I want to live. So that was awesome. So
and also that ice cream we went.
Oh, ice cream place. I didn't cover it in the vlog, but we went to a really lovely ice cream place.
It has you can get if you pay HP extra, you can have a Freddo as a flake.
Yeah.
Freddo supremacy.
Yeah, they had Freddo. I had some bubblegum ice cream there, and it was really nice. I'm a big fan of bubblegum ice cream. So yeah.
Even though it's not really, I don't.
What are you starting? You're starting a bubblegum ice cream now. You don't.
I just prefer other flavours.
Okay. I'm a man. I can take that. So we slept overnight. Got an Uber. Funny because the guy had come all the way from London. I think he dropped someone off in Stevenage, and he was like, "Oh, I was about to run back to London, like drive back to London, and your fare came up, so I was happy I was managed actually to pick up another fare over here." So he took us over to the B&B. Absolutely lovely B&B. I'll pick out a link then. Was it Polar House? I think it was called.
I think it was
Poplar Farms. Absolutely proper like when you see like what B&Bs look like. This is a proper place. We were right at the top of the house. Lovely room. They had a fan in there. They had our own little attached bathroom. It was really lovely. TV and everything. Lovely view from the window. So we're gonna got ourselves.
And you made that story's later.
Yeah, and so we sort of made our way. Sort of Rebecca got changed. I managed to break my cosplay, so I literally ended up not having out to cosplay till the Sunday. I managed to break 2 costumes before getting them on.
Yeah.
So it did not have a great start cosplay wise back in the pandemic, but other people it went really well for. But back to the thing. Sorry. So we walked down to the convention. It wasn't too long. It was about 10-12 minute walk. I know in heels it's longer, but I wasn't the one wearing heels, by the way.
Me.
Country Road. Oh god, there was a guy. He was like chatting up with Becca. I don't think I got it on camera.
No.
I was just like some guy.
I don't know. I'm getting chatted up a lot when I'm wearing heels.
This happens a lot. This happened. We went drinking in Birmingham a few weeks back.
Go to the Pineapple Inn in Birmingham if you ever go there.
We went to a cocktail bar. That was me talking about going to adventures. That was an adventurous place for me, a cocktail bar.
I was expecting Nick to drink from him.
Yeah, literally, the girls are like half a mile down the road, and us boys are charging along, and like out of nowhere, we sort of hear some guy attempting to like chat up Rebecca. Rebecca just responds. The way you responded was the most hilarious. Like no, but like just the way you said, "Oh, thank you," and just carried on walking. It was so funny. I just remember Sean being like, he's like, "Wow, it sounds like Rebecca's getting chatted up, and it sounds like she's doing it with it herself." And so that was fun. So back to Toko. So we had a Rotalia fanboy. So and so we got all the way up. We got all the way to Toko. Of course, we arrived at the front desk. Where of course, and we must actually state this. I should have stated this at the start. We took tests before arriving at Toko. The day of Toko, the morning of Toko, we both took a flow test.
Yep.
Both of us do. I understand that maybe people watching this or listening to this who are saying that maybe we're thinking that we're going out a bit too late, but please understand, everyone at this convention had to show a negative result. I was about to say the other word, and that would have been a negative result on a COVID test. Right.
Take a test, get a jab.
Take the test or take the test or take the jab. I think that's going to be our saying. Right. So that was really good. We all got ourselves sorted. I didn't flipping download my ticket, so I have to rely on like countryside internet to do that. Luckily, it didn't take 100 years. But yeah, I got that all sorted. I really should have looked that up, Rebecca. Really shouldn't I?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I put it on my Apple Wallet.
So we were luckily all cleared, allowed to enter the camp. We met up with our camp. We hadn't seen them, most of them, for absolute yonks. Felt like a lifetime. So it was just really lovely. We bought stuff. We bought food and drink to feed our way into camp. So really, most of Toko, I'm not gonna lie, was spent at camp, chilling, joking, talking about our experiences, talking about how happy we were to be back together. So we did that for a bit, and then we sort of decided to explore camp. They had a
Yeah.
video game room, which we didn't really go in. They only really had one set up, and I think they had the Mario Kart setup thing. We didn't get to go on that either. I'm trying to think what else they had. They had a panel room. I think they were doing a para panel when we were going.
I would have joined in, but I'm not dancing in most fucking heels.
Yeah, that looked
in right grass.
In grass, but it looked a lot of fun. If I got there a bit earlier, I think I would have joined in. What else they had? They had a
Card games room.
Card game room. We didn't get in there either, unfortunately. They had a mini dealers area. They had four. They only had. I think they had 3 sort of artist table and 1. But I must say, I've forgotten the name. I need to look it up. Walks were at Toko, and I think I have seen them before at conventions. They more deal with keychains. They had a really awesome range, amazing range of anime merchandise, and at a really good price. I bought
Animal Crossing merchandise.
Yeah, had animal. I think they sold out very fast, but they actually did have Animal Crossing merchandise. They had Fruits Basket stuff. They had Hero Academia stuff.
They had Genshin Impact stuff, which is really huge.
Huge and new. So they had a lot of new stuff. As I said, they had Dendroids at really good prices.
Yeah,
Rebecca picked one up.
Yeah, I still need to put her up.
Yeah, I picked up a Vermilion from Hero Academia statue. A figure, the price figure, 20 quid, which is ridiculous considering how I know you can go to Japan and probably buy it cheaper, but for UK, the fact they got imported over, 20 quid is like a really fair price.
Yeah.
Considering most places now sell price figures for 30 quid.
30, 40.
The
more in demand ones are.
If you wanna, especially considering Mirio is one of the best boys in Hero Academia, I could understand why they'd probably want it, but no, 20 quid, I was even surprised. So yeah, I picked up some Fruits Basket keychains and Shield Hero. Had Shield Hero stuff. You'd be shocked how little places actually have official Shield Hero stuff. It's most of the Shield Hero stuff you get is in the Artist Alley or one of those really horrible knockoff Shield Hero t-shirts, which you're just oh man, I don't want to buy that. It's just horrible and knockoff. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
It was actually nice to see good stuff. And yeah, as I said, I checked the Artist Alley. She actually had some Shield Hero stickers. I was going to pick one up, but I forgot to. I was looking to see if she'd had any Hollow Live stuff, because I understood no one's going to have Hollow Live merchandise in yet. I was considering there's not much.
Even the pre-order places I go, I follow on Instagram, don't have Hollow Live pre-orders.
Yeah, they haven't put the Nendroids out yet, so I thought she may have done some Galgura, or Ami and Co, but unfortunately she didn't have any stickers in. So I was So I guess MCM is when we're going to be going nuts at all the artist stalls. Oh god, do you think how much Hollow Live art we're going to be buying?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
Yeah,
it's what sort of stuff should I take to MCM? Can I actually finish that Galgura hoodie? Or do
you can borrow my hood. You're not going to be in competition with it, so you are allowed to. You don't have to build everything. My hood is really nice.
It's hard to know.
You've seen it. It's really good. It's really good.
Well, you did bring the Galgura shirt too, Toke.
Yeah, you sadly didn't bring the Galgura hat. I should have bought the Galgura hat.
Yeah, you should, you fucking simp.
I resent that sort of language. So yeah, unfortunately no Hollow Live for us. They had a really nice food court. I ended up mostly eating at the barbecue bit. They did a really mean burger, and trust me, after that masquerade, I needed, even though I was just sitting down filming the entire thing.
Yeah, because
my cosplay broke. So I literally was playing injured player who has to now sit and watch. It was like in Dragon Ball when they're all out like they go out the tournament, they're sitting there having to like describe what's going on for the viewer. That was my. I essentially was Speedwagon. I have to describe what's going on to the viewer.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
I was dragged into like I said, oh, you got a nice costume. Do you want to go in the masquerade?
Yeah, we were walking around like they literally. I think I got it on camera. We had to actually cut and be like, okay, that escalated. They dragged Rebecca into the masquerade. Like they knew. I hadn't broke my costume by that point. They knew I was inconfident. They're like, there goes that Tim. He's inconfident. But we better get a replacement cosplay in place. So Rebecca, there wasn't even planned. Like I even said before, I said, "Well, do you think you'll enter the masquerade?" And I think Rebecca was a bit like, you know, I had my time last time. I think I'll sit this. Like I'll cheer you on. And then she was like, okay, no, they want me in this thing. I'll do it. So yeah, she signed herself up. So yeah, unfortunately, that's when things started to rain. I dropped you off at the masquerade, and it just absolutely teared down the rain. And I think they almost cancelled the masquerade. It was that bad.
Yeah, they were like phoning through.
Yeah.
They would have walkie-talkies out.
Yeah.
I offered the idea of streaming it, but it would be a bit difficult.
Yeah, as I said.
They almost postponed to the next day.
Yeah, and then luckily it's like the heavens, they knew it was your day, Rebecca. The heavens opened up, and God was like, "No, there will be a masquerade." So we all came around. Did you think that was cute? How we all came around with our chairs?
Yeah.
Well, we saw. Did you see our camp? Just stole the entire front. Front row was like yes, our camp, just like really getting.
Well, Foxy perched themselves.
Yeah, no, Foxy. No, I let Foxy poke himself in front of me. I said that was okay. I knew Foxy gets normally a really good photo. Actually, no, I may link Foxy's photo album. Hopefully, Foxy will have the photos up soon. So yeah, I'm sure Foxy got some really amazing photos like always. So yeah, Foxy perched along with us, and so we all. We're all at the front.
I saw the video. You were cheering me on.
You were all cheering. Oh, that was such a nice moment. The entire camp, because I think you were the only person in our camp who went for the masquerade. So I think we all knew we needed to cheer you along. I think I can see it when they. I thought it was a very good masquerade. Everyone was in it. It was really good. There was I'm trying to think of a really good. There was a really good Animal Crossing cosplayer. Had a shark. She had a really good costume.
That was really good. Carrying the Freezy belt. She had bells in her.
She was bribing. She was bribing the theatre.
No, that was the Nukes.
Oh, was it the Nukes? I'm trying to remember. I think she made it. I'm trying to remember. I can't even remember my own life, Rebecca.
You're getting old.
I'm getting old. Anime boomer over here. There was a guy from Warcraft. He had
was really good.
That was a really good costume. There was a girl. She had this really amazing costume. It had really huge.
The XXXholic.
Xaholic. I knew I'd seen it somewhere before. I try to remember. There was a Mario.
She's one of you.
Yeah.
Key times at Toko. That Mario can read me a bedtime story, like the CP's bedtime stories.
No, he had a really amazing voice. He had an absolutely amazing voice. If you're watching, please sing to us every year.
Please sing me a bedtime story.
Sing to us every year at Toko. As I said, there was Tom Nook was there. There was a Final Fantasy group that was quite fun. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, everyone was in it. You're all really awesome. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be watching, even though, as I said, my costume was broken. I wasn't able to take part. I actually brought me loads of joy just to actually watch cosplay again, and filming it. I think this is the first time I'd actually ever filmed a masquerade, even though I thought it may have been a bit sad that I wasn't part of it. I actually really enjoyed it. I hope people enjoyed the video footage. Who knows? Maybe the future for me. Maybe it's my time to more sit in the crowd and film it and capture all these moments.
Or film me.
Capture you. But yeah, I don't think I'm 100% out of it. I think I will do other masquerades. As I said, we got Rebecca here, who I guess with her amazing craftsmanship, But as I said, it's not always about craftsmanship. It's just sometimes nice to show off the
Yeah.
costumes to the crowd.
I mean,
it's not
like,
all about the battle. It's not always about
yeah.
the winning. It's
I mean,
more
like,
about having a
I've
good
got
time.
some stuff. I've actually bought a couple of costumes over the pandemic just to like
Yeah.
enter and such.
Yeah.
I'm just like, pardon, what you about to say?
Rebecca, as I said here, is always you build from scratch. Like your Italia's built from scratch.
Yeah.
But you've been picking up bits over the pandemic to edit.
But like when you buy a lot of bought cosplays, often the stuff like the gloves and the belts aren't of best quality because I've bought myself a white blood cell cosplay from Cells at Work Code Black.
Yeah.
But I've remade the gloves and the belts because
I've done that before.
And I want to like build the sword.
Yeah.
And edit the shoes.
Cool. Do you know when you're gonna do the white blood cell? You're gonna do it?
I might if I have it all finished by Brighton, maybe Brighton, but if not, Expo, private shoot, whenever. I just think it would be quite timely because.
Cool. So I actually also managed to run into some of the Miyanicon stuff. All they're going to say about that is they hopefully will have an announcement about Miyanicon in the next month or two. So that's where we're going to leave it with that. But it was also really awesome seeing them all again. So that's was really awesome to catch up with them. I got to catch up with my friend Christopher Chan. It was really awesome seeing him again. I met him at Japan Expo, and we were remembering the good times we had at Japan Expo.
What about we met Pete? What about P-Chan who pops up?
Yeah, P-Chan, as I said, that was one of the Miyanicon stuff we see. He actually came over. It was just really nice seeing him again. He forgot my cup. There's a whole thing about a cup. The whole saga about a cup. They got me a cup, but they were going to give it to me, but I think I left before. And P-Chan messaged me afterwards and was like, "Oh, I'll give it to you like next convention I see you at." Little did we know it was a year and a half. And I sort of brought it up, and he went, "Oh God, I forgot." I was like, "Don't worry, P-Chan. It was like a year and a half ago." I'm more surprised he had it. If I had a cup like that, he could have thrown it across the room. I had a cup for me. I'd throw it across the room.
Wouldn't they throw it at you?
Oh no, they wouldn't throw it at me. They wouldn't support it. Yeah, they want me to actually be hurt. Not the first time P-Chan tried to injure me at the convention. No. Me and Pia are cool. Me and Pia are cool. Me and Pia are cool. So yeah, no, it was really lovely seeing them. So after that, we went to the Matsuri. We got back to the Matsuri. We did the rope pulling game where you pull the rope and you get a prize. What did you get?
I've got like a couple of things. I've got like a little Naruto key thing. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I got I kept getting candy from mine. Also then we did the fortune telling. I got cursed the first time.
I got good ones.
Yeah, that was thingy. Then we did Where's Pikachu? Oh, we did Kablunk.
Yeah.
That was fun, like reverse Kablunk, where you actually needed to get the balls in like a big, humongous one. That was really, really.
We need to have that in Minami. I have suggested to Mike about it.
I think I actually played it with Mike, and even Mike was saying it needs to come to Miyanicon. So hopefully something like that will be making an appearance when Miyanicon ever decides to return. Hopefully you will have news on that soon. As I said,
we love you, P-Chan.
We love you, P-Chan. Please bring it back. Sorry about all the mean things we say about you in the masquerade. They were jokes. It's joke. Oh yeah, we actually watched the first episode of Superstar while we were away.
Yeah.
What did you think of it, Rebecca?
We've actually got a likeable main protagonist.
Yeah, I think this new main protagonist, the Superstar protagonist, is going to be the best. The protagonist out of all of them. Either all of them are a bit bland, or the Lassie, or a total Sundara. No, Yundara. So, I'm actually looking forward to it. I do love KK. She's just so adorable. Super rushy. And just all the bad animations to say 40 out of her. Poor thing. But yeah, So yeah, so that was night one. This is kind of the only kind of, I guess, sucky thing, except for I went to go to the haunted trail. They were going to do a haunted trail, and I think I ended up waiting for like an hour, and I think they came out and gave us like little torch things, and we just got no information what was going on, and I think I stood there an hour, and I think time was getting on, and I was like, I really probably should be heading back soon because we have to like walk back in the dark. And I was just like, I just got to a point where I'd stood up long enough, and I was just like, unfortunately, I was just like, I understand like you get technical issues. It just would have been nice if someone had just came along and said, oh, this estimate of this long or something. That was kind of the only damp I would have liked to.
Yeah.
Because if I hadn't gone to that, I would have stayed with you guys and watched Molcar.
Yeah.
I missed out on
clips.
Or clips.
You missed up on Molcar clips and Cells at Work go back clips and Eurobeat.
Yeah, it was sad because I came back and they were all watching videos together, and they were watching. Rebecca was trying to get some people into Molcar, and they were like, "Oh, this actually looks like a really good show."
It is.
So I was just like, "Oh, I'm sad." So Rebecca absolutely knackered her feet, so I had to offer her my socks to walk home in, or she had to walk home barefoot. And so luckily
my feet are still all dry skin from that.
Really, they still.
Yeah.
I think we sent photos of each other of like our legs just covered in bug bites.
Yeah. My bug bites, you can just play dot to dot and get like some sort of like.
I don't think mine's
crappily drawn boat.
Yeah, I mine's like on one of mine's on the foot, and it's just really scratchy. It was just when I was back at work. I just all of a sudden they got all really scratchy at once, and I was like, I can't start like because I have to wear trousers at work. I can't just go to work and start scratching everything. So I literally have to run to the toilet in a break and like, just go, oh my god!
Are you taking your antihistamines?
I did. I took him. I came straight home and I literally covered myself in like the cream they tell you to cover yourself in. Literally, and literally after that they've not scratched and they've not been scratchy. So that's good. It's like so we buggered up our feet.
Yeah.
We buggered up our feet.
Like all good cons.
That's good cons. But we got back in. Luckily, I was a bit worried. I was like, oh god, we're gonna have to wake up like the B&B owner. And luckily, our key actually fit the door. We're like, yes, we don't have to open up the B&B. So we had a nice chill night. Had a quite good night's sleep. Had a nice fan on us, and woke up the next morning. Had to pack up. Said goodbye to the owner. He gave us our card. Gave him his card, and he said like, if you're coming back next year. So we got welcomed back. Like someone who actually met us and actually wanted us to come back.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? Normally people are like, please don't come back. So the Sunday, I will admit, was unfortunately a lot of rain. I think anything I would have gone to. I think I may have tried some of the events. I think they do stuff like tug of war. Because there's like a house system there. But you randomly get put into a house. But the houses are just like names of things. I think it's like there's an orange house and sorry, I don't know like the Toku house lore. So I just I think we were randomly in the same. So we were randomly in the same house. So Sunday, unfortunately, there was a lot of rain. The dealer tents had all gone. I think they only do it Saturday. So we spent most of the day chilling. I think we went back to the Matsuri. We had a few walk around. I actually got my costume on. We actually filmed some video bits for that.
Yep.
I actually talked to the chairman, Colin. He's actually very nice. Seems very nice guy. You're watching, you're listening. Yeah, I really did enjoy it. But I guess we'll get to the final review at the end. But yeah, no, all the staff was really good. So we just had a walk around, more of a chill, just all chatting to each other. Chatting to each other. Oh yeah, I bought a birthday. That was the night before. I bought. Oh, and there's one staff member I've not talked about. Tubbs did an absolute amazing job hosting everything. I saw him host. He hosted a masquerade. He was a really, really good host, I thought. So if you're watching Tubbs, you should be proud of the job you did. I'm looking forward to seeing what other things you get up to in the future. I think you got a bright future, mate. Yeah, he wanted the Toko staff, so he's always really lovely as well.
It's like I know some of the other Toko staff didn't really get to speak so much at convention, but
yeah,
they were busy.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are very busy. Trying to remember what. So yeah, Sunday we went back to the Max area a few times. Chilled, just took some photos, took some video. We had a birthday cake all together. I bought a Pikachu birthday cake. And I said to everyone, like, everyone had missed out on birthdays and stuff, so we all sung happy birthday to everyone, and then we cut the birthday cake into like 30 pieces. It's like a Pikachu birthday cake, and
I had to teach you how to.
I know, Rebecca. Amy was like, no, don't let him cut the cake because it'll be like 3 pieces and he'll take one of them.
I had to teach you how to professionally cut a birthday cake.
Yeah, so we have to.
I had to teach you how to make a cup of tea.
I knew how to do that. I made that by myself. I just gave you the wrong sugar, but you didn't find out about that until the next morning.
What?
Later on in the day, I give you the wrong sugar. Because you said brown sugar, oh, I think I gave you white sugar. You went, Timothy! Back on it. So what else happened? So we kind of chilled. Then it sort of came to 5 o'clock. Our other friend came from London, and we got to see her. That was nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just chilled, and that was it. We packed up and just said we all had a big huddle and said goodbye to each other. Our friends started making their way. I think some of them stayed overnight. And yeah, we made our way back to the train. We went through the countryside with our humongous bags, going through like 1,000 puddles. And then we got to the station. Then I found out our platform was the other side. I had to hold up my bag all the way up to the other side. That was fun. Then we were 20 minutes.
You need to go to the gym, Tim. We need to get some strength training.
And then we got back down, and yeah, we said goodbye to each other. Then I was on my last train, and that's when I was getting pinged by everyone about you coming second in the masquerades. So yeah, so that was our Toko. So what was your overall review of Toko?
I like Toko. A lot of my friends said it wasn't as good as
someone
the other times, but
someone is. Yes.
But remember,
they've
had to work with all the limitations of the pandemic, social distancing.
Yeah.
Apparently, the con almost sold out.
Yes, I think they may have actually sold out, from what I understand. Yeah.
They almost cancelled because of the showers, but they quickly had a situation for that.
Yeah.
I'm proud of what Toko have done.
And
frankly, we needed an event.
I actually said this to Tubbs, I think, at one point. I actually really thanked him for running. I said, I think we just needed an event. Just an event. It doesn't have to be the most spectacular, amazing. And someone who's been to Tokyo before, only once before and only for the day, I will admit, it wasn't as packed as the one before.
But it was really good. But it was still really good.
For what it was, I think we kind of needed this as a... Yeah. It's kind of almost what I was talking about with... when I was saying, but I like that last arc in Demon Slayer, even though it's a lot more talky and it's just a lot more than chilling. It was like that. You needed a chill arc.
The chill episode, because
yeah, like you can't just have action all the time. It felt like one of those chill arcs. It was just really nice getting to connect.
It's like personally, one of my favourite episodes of Hero Academia is one where you'll go do the room tours.
The room tours, yeah, it was something like that. It felt like it didn't feel like a big grand epic. It just felt like you just needed that chill arc. And that's what this Toko was. This is Toko Chill Edition.
And we have a little emotional moment at the end.
Oh god,
where everyone...
I do joke because there was like there's a moment like that in the most recent episode of Doctor Who. But everyone was saying, but we don't care about any of those characters, so there's no... I was sitting there actually thinking...
And also, they're going.
Oh yeah, we know about that. We found out about that out there, so that made the weekend even better that the current Doctor Who stuff is going. But yeah, no, it's just funny. I was like, wow, we actually have the emotional payoff for this scene. This scene is actually sad because we're all departing now, and you can actually feel sorry for these people that they're departing because they're actual rememberable characters and people who we have grown attached to over the last weekends. Unlike the current cast of Doctor who are just a load of cop-outs. So, it just felt really, that moment felt really nice. Even though it was kind of bittersweet. It was just, we just needed a chill out. I was kind of like watching the Masquerade. How many times I just enjoyed listening to people chat about stuff. Like, I didn't even have to partake in conversations. I mean, I did sometimes. But it was just nice hearing people talk about their favourite anime. And they were like playing JoJo music, playing like other anime things. Like Mike was playing all the anime things he seemed to like, and it was just nice. It's just kind of what we needed. I will admit. Hopefully next time there'll be more events. Hopefully next time my main problem was, as I said, the Masquerade. Understand that being late with the showers. That was a pain in the backside. We kind of understood with that.
One thing they should do for the Masquerade queue is like see if they can get like water and share for people.
I saw
people
that.
Enough to wear heels.
I was in there the year before, and I think there may have been water, but I don't think there was a lot to sit. I think with Toko, it's the chair issue. I think it's finding chairs too. But I will say, all the Toko staff I met this last
They're lovely.
Absolutely lovely. You have an absolutely lovely thing. What he said about Tubbs, how cool he was, and Colin, he said the chair. He was actually really lovely as well.
And you know what's really nice? Like when we were leaving, it's like, oh, thank you for having a nice time.
Yeah.
And I said we're coming back next year. It's like, keep an eye out for the dates.
Yeah, they said that.
Look at that. That is nice.
The boys and girls on the front desk were also really lovely. They when we came in and had to sign in both times. They were really lovely and they said, I mean, I'm happy to hear we're all coming back. And said lots of people were lucky to actually happy to hear us coming back. And it's going to be a very packed year next year. I can tell you that there's going to be a lot of events on. I really hope I will be making an appearance at Toko next year for at least a day, and I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I've got some plans. Like I have surprised so many people by the fact I was going to Toko because I didn't say anything about it.
I did that time before. I just showed up at Toko and everyone was like, "What? Tim's at Toko. Tim doesn't."
And a couple of friends like, "I didn't know you were coming."
Yeah. I strongly recommend Toko. Please go like their social media. Follow them. I can strongly recommend it. I think this is a great place to build something. As I said, this was more the chill edition. Next year, let's it be the big epic edition with battles everywhere and
me embarrassing people.
embarrassing people. But yeah, so thumbs up for us on Toko. Right. Anything else you want to add on Toko before the end?
I'm going to admit, I'm really enjoying my time at Toko. Yeah. I feel as if I could get what I want.
Yeah.
But I think I'll probably pester Toko later.
Yeah.
Because they still need that. Because they're people, after all. They need to rest. Yeah. They put on an amazing event with what they did against all odds.
Yeah, it was thingy. And even they were saying they didn't want to run with they thought they were going to have to run with a lot more restrictions. They're lucky that the government took some of the restrictions away. So that is the end of another episode. As I said, we got another con coming up in the next few weeks. We're going to Brighton. We're going to Brighton to another of Comic Con this time, isn't it? Yeah,
it's a comic and gaming festival.
Comic and gaming.
There's a lot of events starting to pop up in Brighton over the next year. For people that we'd rather not want to do with.
Yeah, there's one event. Some of them are like, no, I don't want to do that one. But there is some that I think could be good.
Yeah. I've seen both from their past events. It's just like, oh, this looks good.
Yeah. So, we'll be going to that. So hopefully we'll have vlogs of that coming up. Also keep an eye on the channel. We've got our Toko vlogs coming up. I think there'll be about another 2 of them. The first one released today. As you said, if you have enjoyed this, please give us a subscribe. Give us a like. It just helps us get noticed in the algorithm. Give us a comment. Remember to comment what anime con you go. Maybe you're going to the Brighton Anime not comic and gaming festival. And yeah, you can give a look out for us. Maybe avoid us. Hear how crazy
call us through names.
Call us through names. Yeah, so looking
trying to chat me up.
Everyone trying to chat up Rebecca. It's becoming a thing this year. Don't honest God, please don't chat up Rebecca. It's getting
it depends on the person.
It's actually getting an issue now. But yeah, no, I've enjoyed. I said it's been lovely being back here on the podcast. Have you enjoyed yourself on the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it is time to say goodbye for today. Do you want to say goodbye as well?
Goodbye.
Bye.
I've got stuff to